There's so much things that HighLevel can do. What do you think is something that the most successful GoHighLevel agencies do that are different from the rest?
Basically, the most successful ones are the ones that are in this SaaS mentality. So instead of trying to start with like a $1,500 traditional package, they start with the software. So they're like, look, there's a bunch of low-hanging fruit that our software will collect for you. So we have to start you on that. So basically, you set them up with things like the missed call text back, right? The missed call text back saves the business so much money. It's the easiest sale in the world because statistically, businesses miss more than half of their inbound calls a day. So the missed call text back just sends a text message back to the number. Anybody who calls it doesn't get an answer saying, hey, sorry, Mr. Call, how can we help? So all of a sudden now, all these people who were about to call a competitor are getting a text message saying, oh, how can we help? And they're like, oh, great. And then they text back. And so you can imagine if you're just saving one sale a day or one sale every other day, the amount of money that you're making your clients, they're thrilled to then pay you $497 a month just for that one feature, right? And so when you do set that up, you do things like connect Google Business Profile, which turns on Google Business Chat. So now they're getting more leads off their Google Business Profile. And so all of these little things just accumulate into this really strong offer that you're just collecting recurring revenue on. Then you can go back and say, I would say the best businesses, the best high-level businesses are doing this. They set all that up, and then they go back and say, hey, do you want to accelerate this with ads? Cool, we can help you with ads or with SEO or whatever those other services are. But there's just all this really low-hanging fruit. Another great example is reviews. HighLevel has online scheduling, right? But we also can connect with anything. So basically, if you just connect in or set up a scheduling calendar for your clients, you know the perfect time to ask for a review, right? So we automate that. After an appointment, a review request goes out. Now business is generating reviews on autopilot. Positive reviews shoot businesses up the rankings in Google, and now they're getting more business. And so there are all these things. And now speaking of AI, again, this is in suggestive mode, but auto mode is right around the corner where it actually just spins up a review reply. So statistically, businesses who reply to the reviews get more reviews. And so now we've made that even easier. And so all these little things that you can just set up that are automated, that don't require you to keep hiring more staff, the more clients that you get, you start there. And then you can go and upsell the higher ticketed stuff. But again, they're going to cancel that. And then when they do, it doesn't matter because they're still paying you $497 a month or whatever you want to charge for your white label. So that's number one, get in the SaaS mode mentality. Number two, make sure you're automating your lead generation. So just like I said, now I think everyone's going to be plugging AI into it. But in the past, at the very least, you just want to automate a text message back every time a new lead comes in that just says, you know, and I like to teach people to just ask a simple question based on whatever the offer was. If it were a cool sculpting offer that we were doing or a Botox offer for a med spa, automate a text back that says, thanks for claiming that offer. Have you had Botox before? Right? Simple question, but what's going to happen? The person's going to answer. And then you've engaged the lead within 5 minutes. And now we've just statistically changed everything in our favor. So those are the two big things. Get in SaaS mentality and then make sure that you're automating your lead generation nurture.
Yeah, I think that's the simplest part. Like literally it's just turning it on, like clicking the button to have that available for your clients. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have to learn a whole nother thing, which is I think one of the biggest objections people have of moving over to another software, just learn a little bit every time and then you can upsell your clients to other things. I'm glad you mentioned the MIT study because how many of you, I mean, literally, even my parents, it's like you call them, what are you doing other than being my mom? Why aren't you answering? But then they'll text right back. I'm busy.
I'm not going to be on the phone anymore, right? I hate when people call me. Like I actually get angry, which is mean, but it's the truth. And I think most of us are like that. And so that's a funny point because we're seeing more and more agencies selling the missed call text back as a service like this. Hey, what if we could take all of your phone calls and turn them into text messages? And that alone gets businesses really excited, because if you think about it, one person can only have one phone conversation at a time. But one
You're busy out
person,
in the field doing your thing, doing what you're
yeah,
best at, and like,
totally. But one person who types well on a keyboard can have 10, 20 text conversations at the same time. And so basically, it's just so much more efficient. And so when businesses start seeing that happen, they're like, wait, can you just turn this on for all of our calls? Like, we don't want to talk to people on the phone. It's way easier if they text us. And that's where the chat widget comes in. We put that on the website, and that, that's just a gateway into a text conversation. The missed call, text back, and SMS in general, just turning the conversations into asynchronous chat, is Google Business Chat again. So powerful. And if you look at products like Podium, it's $500 a month, and that's all it is. It's basically text messaging. And so they're a $3 billion company, right? And so the problem is they're trying to sell directly to businesses who don't know what software they need. They don't know how to set it up. So the advantage goes to the high leveler, because you white label HighLevel, and then you can go sell those exact same features as your own software. And then you take the $497 a month or $297 a month or whatever you want to charge for it. But yeah, just getting a business set up to text is incredibly powerful, game-changing move for pretty much any business on the planet.
when you make something so valuable for someone who's generating all these leads, they won't want to cancel. It's like, you'll never cancel your cell phone, no matter how broke you are. You'll find the money because you need the phone, right?
That's right, because it's a utility bill. And that's
Right.
a term that I use a lot, is like when you get the core features of HighLevel set up, it quickly becomes a utility bill. It's like, oh, we would never consider canceling that. Why would we do that? That's the thing that texts everyone back when we miss a call. That's the thing that, saves us all that money every week, because we can't get to the phones quick enough. And so, yeah, utility bill is the goal. Most softwares are built because they try to sell them, they raise a bunch of money, hire an army of salespeople, and then they go try and sell them directly to Dr. Bob. As we've talked about, Dr. Bob has no clue what software he needs. And so that's a very hard sale, hard onboarding. There's a lot of friction there. And so it just doesn't go very well. Whereas we build and price things for us, the integrators, the agencies, the consultants that know what we're doing. And it's basically unlimited. So you pay HighLevel $497 a month, and then you can go resell it to as many people as you want for whatever price you want. And so we literally have customers that make more than $1 million a month that pay us $500 a month. and people think that's crazy, but we know that that's what we're trying to do. Sean will say, we want to be a $10 billion business where you, the community, are making 8 and we're making 2. So that's really on the path that we're on. And we're actually getting pretty close to that, I would say. SaaSpreneurs, I actually have the chart in front of me. Last month, agencies that are in SaaS mode generated $54 million in recurring revenue last month. And so it's just amazing to see, which puts the ARR of SaaSpreneurs at around $650 million a year that's being generated by the HighLevel community at large. So it's just absolutely been insane to watch. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to give you all the tools that you need to be a software provider in addition to a service provider.
And I don't think it'll ever be, there won't be saturation, guys. I can't remember the exact number, but there's millions of small business owners that you can help in multiple different industries.
Oh, endless. And I think when people get hung up on that, that's like saying Apple's not going to work because everybody's going to use an Apple. No. Like, we're the OS, and then you go build what you want on top of it and then go sell that, right? And so it's not about the features. It's about the ones that you pick and choose, the way that you combine them, how you sell them, how you onboard them. We know that you're the magic because somebody from Podium is not going to take the time and the care to onboard somebody like you will. And so that's how you win. And so every high leveler is out there doing it differently. Some people, like I said, go sell the missed call text back as, we're going to turn all of your phone calls into text. Other people are selling it as, hey, we're going to, recuperate lost revenue to missed calls. It's just a million ways to skin the cat, and it's completely up to you. And that's what, we love to see. We love to be the underlying system that people build on top of. Now we're rolling out the integrators marketplace. So you're going to see all sorts of third-party integrations being built in. I think the first one that is on the new setup is a postcard thing. So basically, if you sign up in your workflows, you'll see a new action to send your contact a post, like a physical postcard in the mail. So just all sorts of these like cool add-on services are being built into the ecosystem that just extend things and give you the ability to customize it even more and more.
Oh yeah, I'm always finding something new. Like I'm really cutting back on these other services, but I also had like a contract type of signature system, and now I figured out, oh, there's something built in I can use.
Yeah,
to do that.
That just rolled out. One feature that I love to point out that I think is a great example. If you forgot everything in HighLevel and you just went and sold the social media planner, the fact that you can bulk upload content, it means, again, imagine I'm still working with med spas. I could go make 365 reels for a med spa that I know would work for any med spa, load it into my snapshot, and every time I get a new client, they instantly have a year's worth of social media content ready to be scheduled. Like, if you think about it like that, I could go build a monster business just selling that one thing, right? And forget everything else in HighLevel. And there's a million different areas of HighLevel that you could do that with. And so definitely don't get hung up on the whole like saturation thing, because again, there are people that just take one tiny piece of it and then go build a 7-figure agency on top of it.
You just gave me the best idea. And I used to do that. I actually post like a year's worth of social media posts for real estate guys. So if you need that, I'm going to add that in there as my offers.
Well, I'll give you one more. I know we're almost out of time, but this is one that I love, that I think if you work with influencers, the problem that influencers have is that they have a big following, but they don't have any of those people's contact information. So again, we talked about statistically, if I post to my community, only like 6 to 10% of my followers will actually see it. But if I can post in Instagram, but then also text message all of my followers and email all of my followers, my results are drastically going to change. And so with HighLevel, you can connect, let's say Instagram in this case, and you could set up a workflow that says, okay, if someone DMs me this keyword, I want to automate back a DM that delivers the thing, right? So DM me whatever to get my ebook on how to do this, that, and the other thing. So when you do that, you're then turning followers into contacts in a database that you can connect with directly outside of Instagram. And so that is a service that every influencer needs, that is so easy to set up. And again, once you set it up, it's automated. And so every month they're just getting more and more people from their following to join their contact database. And now every promotion that they do, they're not just posting on Instagram, but they're also emailing and text messaging. And the effectiveness of that is through the roof. So I think that's just another example of a micro service that I love, using very little, just a few features in HighLevel that you can go build a whole business around.
I love that feature. You can do that with the text messaging as well. A lot of realtors will have their signs out there, right? So DM a certain word, they'll text it, you text right back. Yep. I love that feature, you guys. And there's unlimited ways you can, like you said, skin a cat. And the 4-part system that I talk about all the time is you see the people, tell the story, build for an event, and follow up. And this whole system puts it all together for your clients on that last part too, making sure you follow up. That's one of the biggest regrets, I think, that people who have big influence is that they didn't set up a list. You have a funnel set up for them. No brainer. So easy. Well, thanks so much for being here. I always love hearing about the innovation, the next things that are coming, because your girl's on top of it here. Thanks again so much for your time, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. I'm really excited about this partnership with GoHighLevel. They've been able to help me grow my SaaS business from nothing to six figures and beyond. And I'm super excited to grow my own agency, but also help other people do it as well too. Because if you're a veteran like myself, this is a game changer. If you're brand new, this is also something very simple that you can implement. And all you need to do is click the link in my description to grab my free training and all of my bonuses so that you don't have to do all the legwork in learning how to set this up. So it's very easy. Go ahead and click the link in my description for my free training. And you can also comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notifications of the next episode. Of course, we're going to link those videos here on the screen somewhere, but make sure to check out the links in the description and get your bonuses and start your free training today. Okay. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and do it right now. Much love and aloha. And